Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Henry from Tech Daddy Videos. This particular video, I just don't want to talk about a whole lot. I want to talk about making the right decisions when you go out there and you are trying to find the right product. It is a Saturday night around 5:30, and I figured I'd make this video. I was just sitting here. At home and was just kind of just thinking about it. And I had several phone calls this weekend, which were pretty awesome, very encouraging. And I appreciate the phone calls that I did get. Thank you very much. You know who you are. It gave me some encouraging words and was able to find me on on YouTube, and were searching for me for quite a bit. I appreciate that. And so I just wanted just to kind of just, you know, I do, so when I talk on YouTube and I sit here and I give you guys, when I do give you this advice and I do, let what you guys should be doing, what you should not be doing, and stuff, it just encourages me to even go out there and do it even more, just because I get a lot of good feedback. And thank you for signing up for the course. There's quite a few of you that have just signed up for the course. I appreciate that, and you should get a lot of value out of that. And for those of you that are still on the fence, still trying to decide whether to take the course or not, this is what this video is about. This video is basically about making a decision, going out there and trying to figure out what you're going to do, with the resources that you have. I made a decision over 11 years ago to sell online. And so I started out with eBay, and then I worked my way up to Amazon. And the reason why I say I worked my way up to Amazon was because Amazon was a new platform, but it did 10 times more in sales. And to me, it was just a no-brainer. I was selling on eBay for quite a while, quite a long time, and then I went to Amazon, and then just my sales just blew up, and it was less of a headache. I wasn't, going through the bidding process anymore. I wasn't going through, people contacting me in my back office and saying, hey, can if I offer you this much, would you take it? And then I'll go ahead and buy it. There was no negotiating, as far as that was concerned. When Amazon came along, it was just cut and dry. People liked your product. People sat there and said, yeah, I'm going to buy it. They buy it, no questions asked. What a lot of you don't know is, Amazon gives a 100% money back guarantee on anything that you sell in Seller Central. So if somebody really says, I like the product was, okay, but I want to return it, all they have to do is call customer service. And when they call customer service says, well, if it's within that window, they'll go ahead and give them a refund, and then have them send the product back. And the next thing you know, you have product getting returned. Don't let that discourage you. Just let that give you an avenue to go out and say, okay, why is this person returning the product? It could be because your product was cheap. Maybe it wasn't up to their standards. So there's always room for improvement. And so you want to make sure that you take that and run with it. So if they go out there and they have product and they send product back, don't worry about it. If it's resellable, resell it. If it's never been opened, go ahead and resell the product. It's no problem. You can do that, and make your money back one way or another if you can. So it just kind of helps you with future products. So if you have a product that you went ahead and you bought, but you know it's doing okay, it's not doing great, then just improve on that. Just make sure that you go out there and improve on that particular product. You know, next month I have a product going out. I already have it. It's a it's there, and I just put it up, you know, to see how well it sells. And I did 16 orders today just on that one product alone. And I'm going to be launching that out on my membership website. The members are going to get it, but they're not going to get it until the first. And you know, I'm pretty excited about it. I want to give it to you guys now, but you know, I just figure I just go ahead and wait, because I want to do that on the first, and do everything on the first to where you get a brand new product to sell and go from there. And you know, sales are going to be much better in 15 days or 18 days or whatever we have left out of this month. So I'm going to be able to see how the numbers are. If all that is works out great, then you know, I'm just going to sit there and say, well, here's the next product, and we go from there. See, that's what I do, is I always test the market. I always test it. I never buy thousands of units at first. I always negotiate and make sure that I have products that sell. And that's the important thing, is making sure that you have products that are going to make you money, products that are going to sell every single month. If it's a product that is going to continue and people rebuy it, then your sales are going to be even that much more greater. So people that are on the fence, they're sitting there going, well, you know, I'm thinking about getting into Amazon. I'd like to get into Amazon, but you know, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of, you know, and you shouldn't be. The fact of the matter is, you are on the #1 marketplace in the world, and it's continuing. There is more sales happening every single day. Just think of it as this. You know, how many times have you ordered from Amazon? How many times have you sat there and said, you know what, I'm going to buy something? So you think of it that way. I just had a delivery today, and I had a delivery yesterday for products that I purchase, and I still purchase a lot of products from Amazon. And it's, you know, because I know I can get it in 2 days. I know I can get it in 2 days. I know that this product is going to be at my front door. I don't have the hassle of going to the store anymore. I have to worry about that. I haven't gone to the store in such a long time, as far as looking for products that are going to replace a product that I already have, or another product that I want to purchase. You know, I bought a coffee cup the other day, and it literally, I had this other coffee cup for the longest time, and I said, you know what, it's time for a new coffee cup. So instead of me going to the store, I just searched for it, found it, ordered it, and there you go. So I had a person call me today, and she was like, well, you know, I want to join the course, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, but I want to see how things go. And I'm kind of just sitting there going, shaking my head, saying, what are you waiting for? The opportunity is there. This is why I made the courses, for you guys to come in and purchase the course and learn just from me. Instead, you know, she was telling me, you know, I got confused. I was sitting here, and this guy says this guy says that. And, you know, when you get on places like this, like YouTube, where you come in and, you know, you type in, you know, how to make money selling on Amazon. And so when you do that, people will just sit there and they'll do the research, and they want to have the right person. There's no doubt about that. And I can't sit here and say, you know, I'm the right person for everything, but I can tell you that I've made a lot of money selling on Amazon. A lot of money. Every single month, every single day, I make money. And this is what I give you. I give you this, and I'm always perfecting perfecting, in other words, adding more videos onto my courses. I'm going to be adding more videos. By Monday, I will have some more videos for you guys, uh, and have that in my courses themselves. But what came to this as far as making a decision, there's quite a few people that have sent me emails, and they're asking me basic questions. And one of the questions was drop shipping. I've been drop shipping, I've been doing this and I've been doing that, and I'm not making too much money. And I don't know how many times I've told people that drop shipping is a concept that is retail arbitrage. Basically, you are selling retail to retail. You're not getting wholesale. So when I started out, I was doing wholesale. I was buying pellets. And then I went to private label. And I started private labeling my products and started getting into it even more as far as private labeling. Now, if anybody asks me if I drop ship, no, I don't drop ship at all, because it's a waste of my time, to be honest. I don't get the numbers that I should be getting. Plus, when you drop ship, you'll never become a #1 bestseller. Never. I don't care what anybody says. If they're drop shipping, they better be drop shipping that one product and only that one product. And that product has to sell over and over and over and over again and make you more money and more money. It has to be constant sales. That's what Amazon looks for. Amazon will give you only a small piece of the pie. And so if you're a new seller, and you want to make money in this business in Amazon, listen to the people who are already making the money. Okay? I don't sit here, I don't flash my cars, I don't flash my houses, I don't flash any of that. I sit here and I tell you the truth. I tell you exactly what you should be hearing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't know how many times I've said that. But I sit here and I get frustrated sometimes because there's people that have taken my course and they'll call me and say, do I send a UPC code to my supplier? And in my videos, I clearly state and I clearly say, don't send the UPC codes to your suppliers. The UPC codes are only made for creating a listing, and that's it. And so it's just simple things like that where I pick it up and I can pick up the phone and they can call me and talk to me. I already know that they didn't really watch the videos or they didn't check it out. And so when I made a decision 10 years ago, little over 10 years now, I made a decision to learn how to sell on Amazon. And I'll tell you this quick story. When I made that decision, I sat here and I flew to Florida. I sat there and I did, it was 1 week, $10,000, 1 week. And I went the third day, they were done. They were finished. Their training, everything was done. And I was like, well, what do I do for the next 4 days? Well, you can come into the office and hang out at the warehouse. So I did that. And so when I went back, I came back home to Los Angeles, I sat here and I go, wow, I was so disappointed because what they gave me was so basic, but it was working. And so the information was working. And I kind of tweaked it. I'll be honest, I did things that I normally would not have done. I got into a niche and my niche was breaking stuff down to parts. That was my niche. My niche was buying damaged product. I bought damaged product and I went out there and I sold them as parts. I remember selling um, the old keyboards for your computer, taking the numbers off, taking the space bars off, selling those individually for $3. And that's what I did. And because it was a necessity. See, somebody was missing the space bar out of their uh, computer keyboard, and I sold it. And so, and then I just started selling other parts. Well, I started finding out when I was selling these parts, I was making more money by doing that. So that's why I went into the wholesale business and started looking at pellets and started buying wholesale. Doesn't work for everybody, but it did work for me. And so I hired some employees. I went out there and hired some guys, and we separated everything. Went from a small little uh, storage shed to a warehouse, and started buying more pellets, more pellets, and more pellets. Uh, so if I had to make a decision right there and then, what do I do to make money? What do I do to go out there and start making money selling on Amazon? And so that was my niche. That's what I did. That's what I do. And so as I perfected it, as it got better, um, things got better, income got better, money started coming in. Then I went ahead and created Tech Daddy videos. I created my website, and as soon as I did that, I had a lot of people doing the exact same thing. A lot of network marketers out there were doing the exact same thing. The only difference was people knew that they were network marketers. People seen them promoting something else or promoting this or promoting that. And it was funny because I just had this phone call today, and she says, you know, I've looked at a lot of other people and I looked at what they have to offer, and I was just going from one video to the next video to the next video, and I didn't like him. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. But when I came to you, you know, there was something about it to where you were talking and you were just drawing me in. Well, that's because I wasn't selling her anything, or I wasn't selling you guys anything. Yeah, I do sell my courses. That's my courses, and that's my business. This is my website that I created, and I did well over 100 and something $1,000 last year just on my website, just by selling courses. And so it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot when you are selling on Amazon, you're selling on eBay, you have your own website, you have your own affiliate programs. There's a lot of money coming in. More money coming in than going out, which is, to me, it's a good thing. You know, I have a savings account. I have 5 bank accounts, money going here, money going there. This is where I want you guys to be. This is what I talk about. This is why I'm so passionate when it comes to you guys taking the training and making money for yourself. So you have to make a decision. What do I do? Am I going to improve my life? Am I going to go out there and improve my family's life? Am I going to do? That's exactly what I did. I did the exact same thing. I'm here on a Saturday at 6 o'clock, talking to you guys on YouTube, telling you, look, if you haven't made that decision, make the decision. For once in your life, sit there and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start making money. Because that's what you have to do. Yeah, I was scared. I was scared the first time I ordered 10,000 units from overseas. I was terrified. And I'll be the first to tell you that. But as soon as I got the product, as soon as I started selling it, wow, I was like, I should have did this 20 years ago. If I would have done this a lot a lot earlier, I would have been making, quite a bit more money. Well, I make enough money as it is, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about in general what you guys could be doing also, where you could be at by just simply making a decision and saying, you know what, I'm going to take this guy's course. I'm going to learn what he has to say. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm just going to run with it. And some of you have. There's quite a few guys here that have taken my course, and have watched my videos and so forth. And I take everything for granted. I sit there and I go, okay, how could I improve my information that I give you? So I call people. I call my members. There's a few guys that know that I've called you, and I've sat there and I've asked you, how can I improve? How can I improve myself? And what do you like? What do you don't like? And so forth. And so I get that feedback. I get all the comments that you guys put out there, and all the questions that you ask. All the questions that you ask, believe me, I'm writing all that stuff down. I go over these videos, and I make sure that I don't miss them, because I want to make sure that everything that you asked is in my courses. And this is how you perfect your information. This is how I'm able to sit here and say, okay, let me give you 10 plus years of my experience selling on Amazon. Instead of me sitting here bragging about how much money I make, let me go ahead and show you how to make this. Let me show you how to do this through my videos. And this is what I do. This is what I do every day. Every day I sit here and I think about it. Wow, how can I improve my advertising? How can I improve my training? How can I improve all that? And I know I'm just rambling on, but that's okay. I need you guys to hear this. I need you guys to hear how I got started, how well I'm doing, how well I'm sitting here, and I don't have no regrets. I can sleep at night. I sleep every night really good. Trust me. And so when I get up, the first thing I do is I think about three things. How do I improve today? What can I do today to make sure that I have not done this before? How can I make sure that I go out here and take all the time that I need to sit here and make your life better? Now for me, it's just giving back. That's all it is. I just want to be able to give back to you guys to sit here and say, yeah, I want you guys to make money. The more success stories that I have, that I could sit here and say, yeah, this guy right here, like I brought Connor on, or Rick, or a few other people out there. I was just talking to Rick yesterday. We had dinner yesterday. I invited him over, and he came over, and we sat down and we talked, and we were sitting there going, wow, you know what? I need you to get back on here so you can talk to my members or people on YouTube and sit here and tell them what you're doing, how you're doing it. Same thing with Connor. Connor's, he just graduated and he's off to Asia. He's taken off out of the country. And, he just graduated. This is a kid that's, just as soon as he graduated, he's gone. And he started selling on Amazon, started making money. So this is where I want to be able to, talk to you guys and say, hey, look, if you haven't made that decision, if you haven't taken the free course, take the free course and kind of go with that and see what we have to offer. I sat here and I go, wow, I got to put billboards all throughout Los Angeles. I got to make sure that people see who Tech Daddy Videos is, see who I am. And so I did that. It was probably one of the, at $3,000 per billboard, it's a lot of money. So, I'm banking on people to come on in when these billboards go up. And then the billboards go up, and guess what? Phone calls, phones blowing up, what have you. People are calling because they see and they're interested and they want to know. It's the same thing as the other day on Facebook. Somebody was pitching something else, and they went out there and they said, do three things. They said simply, do three things. Like this video, share this video, and then if you're interested, just say, I want in. Well, I think that's a brilliant marketing strategy, for one, because they're kind of bringing people to them and so forth. And I sat there and I was like, wow, that's a pretty good marketing strategy. But you know, then they go and they send them the information and what have you, and it's like, okay, well, I guess this really works or does or what have you. And so, and I hired a marketing consultant. So to talk about how I can go about on social media, get out there and start doing that, she went ahead and said, okay, here's my price. Quite a bit of money. I made a decision. I'm going to do it because it's only going to help. It's only going to help bring people in, have this, people talk to each other, especially like on Facebook, the Facebook groups and all that, getting that set up. Have a brand new Facebook group that I'm going to be putting up. I haven't done it yet, but I'm waiting for them to go out there and do that. So where you guys can talk to each other. And I know that I have videos that I do, live videos on Monday nights and on Thursday nights. That's cool. That's all fine. And I love that. I love the fact that I can sit here and answer you guys' questions every single time. I love that because you're interacting with me, I'm interacting with you. And let me tell you something. How many people, if you checked around and you said, well, you know what? I'm going to get some information on Amazon. I'm going to get information on how I make money selling on Amazon. How many of these guys do that? They don't. They're all pre-recorded shit. All pre-recorded. This is live right now. Saturday night. 6 o'clock. I have people on. I have faithful people on that come on. And every time I come on, they say hello and what have you. And this is what I enjoy. I enjoy that because if I'm able to give you that information, and there you are. If you're able to take that course and take my course and go out there and learn from my courses, more power to you. And members, if you guys don't have the information, if any one of you don't have the information, you let me know. If there's a specific subject, specific thing, you sit there and you tell me. And if it's not in the course, don't be afraid. Send me an email, techdaddyvideos@gmail.com. Tell me, hey, you don't have this in the course, whatever. I will make sure I put that on there for you because I want to improve my courses all the time. So, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to say, okay, well, there you go. But so it is a little after 6 o'clock, and I'm going to answer your guys' questions. We're going to do a Q&A tonight. But I just wanted to do this video because I felt that, there's some of you on here that have not made that decision yet to come and join Tech Daddy Videos, and you haven't bought the course yet, or the courses. I mean, you could start at any course you want, work your way up. You can do that. That's perfectly fine. But this particular video was making a decision. Whether you're buying a course, whether you're buying your first product, or what have you, I know that you got to do your homework. You must do your homework, and that's one of the things that I really, really encourage you to do. Don't just go in there and say, I have this product and I'm going to go out there and just buy it just because it looks good. No, do your homework, make sure the numbers are there and what have you. If you're a member and you have a question about a particular product, text me, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll tell you if it's a good product. I'll run my numbers for it and so forth, and check my Jungle Scout, my ASIN Inspector Pro. I check all these other programs and say, oh, okay. I just found another product the other day, and I sat there and I was talking to Connor, and Connor was like, how do you find this product? And I said, well, he asked me, how long did it take to find the product? I said, it took me 2.5 hours to find the product, but there was only one seller. The product is excellent. I ordered it, I checked it out, I wanted to make sure that it was good. Boom, boom, boom. As soon as I put that on there, I beat this guy as far as his listing. He was ranked on the 5th page. I went to the 1st page. And in a matter of about 7 days, that was it. And so I sat there and I go, okay, good. This product right here, I was just looking at it and I was like, okay, this is a really, really good product. And so I am paying real close attention to the sales. And if it's something that I'm going to give to my members, I'm going to give to my members and say, here you guys go. Sell this. This will make you money. And so I want to make sure that when you guys make these decisions, that you sit there and you're on the fence and you're thinking about it. Take a look at anybody else out there. Take a look at anybody else who's doing what I'm doing. I'm not taking you to China. I'm not selling you a program that costs you a dime. I'm not selling you something that is a false dream. You're going to go out there and pay $15,000 for coaching. No, you're not going to do that. Not with me. I always look at my competition, always, and that's what you should do. Whether it's your product or not, you always look at your competition. You always figure out how you can be better, how you could be better than them. So I always out title my guy. I always out description my guy, my bullet points, my pictures, everything, all these little stuff. And I wrote a lot of stuff down. I sat there and I go, wow, you know what? There's some things here that I didn't get in the training that I need to put in there. And so I went over that this weekend. And I said, well, here's a nice little shortcut that you guys can do as far as your photos, how to bring your photos out even more. So that's coming in. And that's something that I sat there and I go, you know what? I didn't have it in the training. I had it in my book, but I didn't put it out in my training. And so now I'm going to be making videos on that and saying, okay, this is how you do that. So tonight basically was just me sitting here just ranting on because I wanted to thank the person that called me and praised me and said, you're great, you're awesome. And I appreciate that because sometimes that's what you need to hear. You need to hear that you're doing a good job so you can go out there and it encourages you to be positive. And let me tell you something, lately I have not been positive at all. And so I sat here and I had thought about it and I was like, I get frustrated sometimes because I make the sales. I do exactly what I need to do to make sales. 280 sales today. 280 sales. And I sit there and go, I got to get my members to that point. I got to get my members to make that type of money. How do I go out there and do that? How do I go out there and structure that? And so I'm always thinking, and I even had to get outside help. I had to go out there and get a specialist, marketing specialist and say, look, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is why I want to do it. And the why is the most important part. The why is me giving back, me going out there and helping you guys, me going out there and saying, look, you can do this too. My own family members can sit there and say, yeah, I'm making money now thanks to what I'm doing, to where I'm at. See, I sat here and I went onto Facebook and I just pulled up marketing consultant. And I got a hold of one person, and that one person, I sent him a message saying, I would like to, seek your services. Her services were $600 to $1,200 a month. That's what she charged. So she replies back, I'm really busy right now. Send me an email and I'll set up a time when I can get back to you. She didn't realize how much of a big fish she had on the line. I was ready to buy right there and then until she put me on the back burner and said, yeah, just send me an email with your information and I will call you back when I can. This is why I have my phone number on my titles, on every single one of my titles. So you guys can call me. So you can get, if you got a question, call me. It's what I'm here for. This is customer service. This is what brings people. This is why my website is so successful. Over 2,000 members. My highest package, $800. And people buy the packages. Why? Because I give you the information. I'm honest with you. I don't bullshit you. And I don't sit there and have you standing in the back, sitting there waiting. No, you want to sell on Amazon? You want to make money? Fine. Let's do it. What are you waiting for? I'm here. So when she came out and she says, well, yeah, just shoot me an email. I didn't shoot her an email. I replied, thank you. I went on to the next person. That person says, what's your Skype? Gave her my Skype. Within 10 minutes, she called me and said, okay, what are you looking for? What are you trying to do? I broke it down for her. I said, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to create that Facebook group. I want to do social media. I want to do this and this and this. Okay, great. So what did she do? She wrote down all the information and said, I will get back to you by Saturday, today. And I said, okay. This was on Thursday. And she said, on Saturday, I will have a complete layout for you. This is what it's going to cost. I'll give you everything, what you're going to do. And I had more respect for that than somebody sitting there going, well, I'll get back to you when I can. Because the way I look at it is, their head is like this big. I never pass up money. I never do. If I have an opportunity to make money, I'm all over it. If somebody calls me and leaves me a message and saying, hey, Henry, I'd like to have one of your courses. Can you call me back? Man, I am on the phone and I am calling them back. And I am talking to them. And I'm basically giving you the answers, everything that you need to know before you go out there and make a decision. That's the way it should be. That's the way that this should be ran. And I sat there and I was like, wow, this person said, I'll get back to you by Saturday. I checked my email. There it is. Complete layout. This is what it's going to cost you. And guess what? I'm writing a check. Here's my credit card. However we want to get it done, let's get started. I made that decision to better myself, to go out there and say, okay, what can I do for myself that's going to be better? So I did that. Now, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about social media. I don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Getting on Facebook, putting up posts and doing all that. They're going to do it for me. Another sale. They're going to do that for me. And so, for me, I sit here and I go, how could I better myself for you guys? How can I do this for you? And so this is it. I mean, this is what I'm trying to tell you to do, is make a decision. If you haven't made a decision on joining Tech Daddy Videos, I encourage you to make that decision to take the courses. And for you members out there, let them know how the courses are. Let them know if it's good information. Let them know that. I'm going to be taking Q&A. Okay, now I rant on for 40 minutes. I know this has been long for you guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take some questions, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Okay, I appreciate it. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, and that lets you know when I am on live. I am on live Mondays and Thursdays, unless I'm doing something, I won't be on, but usually I'm going to make it a point to be on Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and Thursdays 6 p.m. Pacific time, unless something has changed. So, okay, so let's see who's on. Let's figure out who's on here. I'm going to make this adjustment real quick, guys. Appreciate that. All right. All right, My Ray Corp is on. Uh, Imran, uh, Ms. Vega, UK FBA student, you're new. Welcome. Forteras, Jaquette, Susan. I'll get to your questions. I will definitely get to your questions. All right. So let's go ahead and start with My Raid Corp. Still no luck on removing the China company that piggybacked my listing. Now I found another seller who's copied another listing of mine word for word. Any advice? Yeah, call. Okay, you get their ASA number down. Call customer service again. And when you call customer service, tell them that they duplicated your listing without your authorization. And they should be able to remove that listing. Also, you can send them a letter, just like we did discuss earlier. Try it. Just keep trying it. As far as the other one, the supplier or the other one that did that in China, do the exact same thing. Just keep sending them and letting them know. And they're either going to ignore it, or you can just call customer service and file a complaint. If it gets to that point where you can't figure it out, you don't know what to do, then what you do, and I don't advise this, this is kind of like the last thing that I would do, is I would order their product from them and see if it's exactly the same thing. If it isn't, then you can go and you can say, hey, I purchased this from them. They say it's this, it's inaccurate, and file a complaint. That's what I would do if you really, 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 really wanted to get them off your back. Okay? That's the best thing that I can tell you as far as that. But always try to deal with customer service first, file a claim, file a complaint, what have you, and deal with it that way. Hopefully that helps. All right, so sorry, guys, just kind of went out on me, so we're gonna do it again. All right, hello, Ms. Vega. Imran, your student again for new listings. If I want ASIN for my manufacturer to China, do I need to put all the information and pictures to get it? No. Imran, you don't send an ASIN to your supplier. Okay? FN SKU number. It's in my videos. Watch my videos. It's in there. You don't send that in there. All right. UK FBA student from the UK. Hi, Henry. Are you really allowed to use the word new in your listing, considering you as a seller have already bought the product from the manufacturers? Well, you're selling the product new, right? From the manufacturers. They're not selling you new used stuff. They're selling you new stuff. So it doesn't matter if it comes from the manufacturer. That's your manufacturer. Yes, you want to use the word new in your title, period. In the #1 position. I've talked about this over and over and over again. The reason why is because there's 506 million searches for the word new. Now, if you were turning around and you were selling something else, like a light bar, you don't want to put in light bar without the word new, because you'll have only, I don't know, 5,000 searches a month. So you want to be able to have the searches on there. What I do is I put new in all of my titles in the #1 position. And to answer your question, I have had no issues, no problems with it, and it works perfect for me. Whether you want to do it or not, it's totally up to you. I'm just giving you some good advice and saying, if you put the word new in there, the search engines are going to find you a lot quicker than without it. So, all right. Jack, hello, Jack. For Terrazas, hello. Susan, Hi, Henry. Sold my very first item on Amazon today. Great, Susan. Appreciate that. It was it merchant fulfilled? Was it fulfilled by Amazon? How did you do it? Let us know. Let us know how you did that. And I'm glad that you did sell your first item. I'm sure you're probably pretty happy about that. And if you're not a student, and you want to make a lot more money, take the course. Okay. And if you are, congratulations. All right. Henry will answer. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on Facebook review groups? No. I mean, I don't use them. There is, I talked about it the other night, as a matter of fact, and that's in my brand new video. I put a brand new video up on reviews, on how to get reviews. So there's a brand new video on that on top of my other video on how to get reviews the easy way. So there's two methods that I use now. And so those methods right there work. One of them works 90% of the time for me. I have tested it, tried it. I had 31 reviews in a month on the one product, 31 reviews. I started out with 0. And so it was like a review a day, one a day. And I had like 2 reviews or 3 reviews, and that's unheard of. That's just something that just doesn't happen. And so, but the way I did it, the way I showed you guys in the training, I'm running with it like crazy. And there's as a matter of fact, in the back in the training, I'm gonna give you guys an offer on the stuff that I do have as far as reviews. So I'm gonna give you an offer on that, and that's gonna be something that you guys can buy directly from me, and then we'll get you going on that too. All right, and that is in the training in my $495 course. So if you bought the $795, you get the $495 and the $295 with it also. All right. I'm Ram. And also, if I'm making my account, should I do it on my name or my company name? No, you always want to do it with your name. Okay? You put your name in there, put your company name. Make sure that when you are creating an account with Amazon, everything is correct. Don't try to bullshit them. Don't try to sit there and put in a fake thing and what have you, because they will check. And if there's any type of issues or problems, your account will get restricted or suspended. So make sure that you go out there and put the exact information that you should be putting, and don't be trying to sit there and saying, I'm this person, and you're not. Because it comes down to money. It comes down to them sending you money for your sales, them going out there and sending you that 1099 at the end of the year, and they got to make sure that they check everything, that your social security number is good, your seller's permit number is good. All that has to be accurate. If it isn't, they're going to find out. They will catch it. Trust me, they will catch it. And if you lied in any way, you're screwed. So make sure that you go out there and leave accurate information. Susan, FBA, good deal. Yeah, so, if you go out there and, you're sending your products in Amazon's FBA, Susan, you're automatically going to get the Prime. This is why you're selling it. You obviously had a great price on it. So you did get into the buy box and did sell it. And I take it you have no reviews. I take it. So that's, it's your title, everything else, that all comes into play. And hopefully you did exactly what I told you to do. If not, then, great for you. I appreciate that. All right. Is company information is good and still I have to get seller's permit? I have a seller's permit. I have to get a seller's permit. Where I can get it, please. Go online, Google seller's permit. If you're here in the States, Google seller's permit. and then you'll be able to get that. That is for you just to charge taxes to your customers. So I would go on Google and I would search seller's permit for whatever state that you're in. So if you're in the United States, I'm in California. It's a government website, and you basically just type in seller's permit, and it says the application right there. You just click on it, fill out the application. You should get all that information within less than 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, how long it takes you. You should get it the same day. They will give you a temporary permit number. If you're out of the country, I can't help you with that. All right. Well, it's going on 51 minutes already, guys. I appreciate that. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them out in there. I just wanted to talk today. I know today was not a scheduled day for me to sit here on YouTube and what have you, but this video here was basically just making a decision, going out there and don't let people stop you. Don't let somebody else give you negative energy. You just make sure that you stay focused and stay positive. I'm guilty of that. I sit here and I can have a negative attitude sometimes just because I want people to do what they should be doing, but then I go out there and I get frustrated because they're not taking the information that they should be taking to be successful in this business. And when you have somebody who's successful in the business and making the money, I sit here and I tell you, look, I'm not sitting here flashing cars. I'm not sitting here, walking out of expensive hotels. I do that, but I don't sit there and flaunt it. When I go on vacation, I spare no expense. And people who have been with me will tell you, I don't spare any expense. If I see this and I like it, I buy it. I wasn't in that situation 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I'm perfectly fine. I don't have a full-time job. I quit my full-time job because I was making quite a bit of money, and I'm still making quite a bit of money. And this is where you need to be. This is where you guys need to get to. And this is what this video is about. Getting you guys to make the right decisions to go out there and do this business and make sure that you do this business successfully. With that being said, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good weekend. I appreciate that. Just have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Thanks for the questions. I know this was short, but enjoy yourselves. Have a safe and good weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed for the live updates and all that, hit the notification bell up on top, and that will let you know, when I'm on and so forth. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good one, and we will see you guys on Monday night. See ya. Peace.